A lot of things have changed since the last time I filmed a video. So many to be exact, including I don't even live in this house anymore. But since this house has been a part of our videos, I figured I better film this here. But now I happen to live in Texas. I'm just here right now as we prep to get this house on the market and getting things done and enjoying the day. One of my favorite places to film is actually these chairs. This is one of my favorite places to work where I've gotten all my ideas for my videos that I have filmed here too. But I am still the same old me, but with a little bit better things. Lots has changed. I was so unhealthy. I had to make a choice whether or not to continue filming these tutorials here on YouTube or to put more of my health first. I couldn't do it all, and these videos is where things ended. This guy definitely changed. He about gained 10 pounds, it seems like. Still a feisty little turd head as ever before. But what has changed with me too is even how I film my tutorials. I'm not doing so much with wands and curling irons as I'm doing more with rollers and using curling irons in a very specific way. On top of that, what has changed is the hair products that I use. So I had to change the hair products I was using because I found out that my body does not like sunflower oil, and a lot of the products that I was using had sunflower oil in it, making it so that I had to change what I was sharing with you. But on top of that, I wanted to expand more into what hair products had to offer. So I started testing out a ton of different products until I landed on ones that I thought worked way better than other ones. And then I started my hair care guide. And in my hair care guide is when I started putting in those products that I felt were the best in that category of what the products were. I got more involved in hair care products as I discovered that there were things that I didn't learn in hair school. I never learned in hair school that you can actually feed your hair. I have a blog on that. You can go to my blog, fitmissionmakeup.com, and there's the blog section. It's called The Current Hair Care. And in that, I talk about feeding your hair. Feeding your hair is as simple as, hey, what is my hair missing that I need to actually take care of it with? If it's missing volume, you're using key specific volume products. If it's missing texture because it's so thin that it just falls flat every time you do it, then you need some texture. But a lot of times products are talked about and marketed that they're the one-all shop, and that's really usually not the case. Yeah, thank you for that. Now that Deuce has moved, I can now finish making my bed. So I wanted to make sure that how I brought you things, I changed. And with changing meant that I was changing, but it was happening so fast, but so slow at the same time. I realize now that I can take care of you so much better than before. I still use the exact same makeup because I initially started using that makeup, in a way, follow along. I initially started using that makeup because it made my life easier, and it made your life easier, and it made it so that you no longer had to go to the store and leave super confused because you didn't know what to buy and leave with colors that didn't match you. Me taking care of you with Seint means that you actually get to not leave your house, buy what you need, and know that the colors that you got are gonna be awesome. Well, that needed to grow too, because a lot of my customer base always tells me that their skin feels dry and dull. Well, if their skin was feeling dry and dull, that meant that their makeup wasn't gonna do as good. And if their makeup wasn't gonna do as good, you weren't gonna feel at your very best. And if you're not gonna feel at your very best with the beauty products that you purchase and the hair care that you're doing, you still just don't feel good in your own shoes. So from there, I took it to advancing in with skincare. And this is where I found a really cool line from trial and error and all of the products that I like to trial and experiment with. Come with me here. So then I introduced these things. So this is a line from a company called Olive Tree People, but their product line is Oliveda, and then they're just coming out with Olive Rose, and then they have LA Dope. And this skincare was a serum based. And everything else that I was using was like a pad or some type of cream. And I just felt like before makeup, it was really hard to find a skincare that would work really good with makeup and not make it so that your makeup was not staying well or all over the place. But then the product actually did what it said it was gonna do on the first bottle. But the other thing with Olive Tree People is that they have a 365-day return policy. And on top of that, they have a skincare quiz that people can take. But on top of that, I'm able to guide and direct in a way that I've never been able to guide and direct with. So some of their things are an oil base, And then this one, my favorite one, this is actually the one that I tried first. Fell in love with this so well because it brought my skin to glow so good. This one's F06. Look at that. It is so good. And it doesn't make it too thick before makeup, but it definitely makes it thick enough that you're like, hey, wait, you're actually doing something. This helped with my redness, but this is where I always tell my customers to start with hydration. So once I started diving into skincare, and what I was doing before was awesome, but this took it to be like, oh my gosh, so many people have an issue because they are not taking care of hydration being the first thing that we take care of. So I added in the skincare to really hone in to get rid of the dry, dull look, because we are honing in and focusing on hydration, that your makeup can now look awesome and boss and finish it off. So I might have changed how I do hair. I do my hair a little less curly nowadays than what I did before, but I still have fun days where I do it with the curls or straight or all that jazz, and I still have so much fun with my hair. So right now we're going a little longer. We always try different lengths, and before you know it, I'll be going short again. But you have been missing out on some goodness if you are not following me over on Instagram, where it's jocelyn.mcclellan, and on Facebook, it's Fit Mission Makeup with Jocelyn McClellan. Those two places, I have been putting all the information on the daily, but I have full intentions and full plans to start creating more and more content over here so that you get the full vision instead of those short clips that Instagram and Facebook can give you. I hope that I bring enough value for you that you want to stick around here, keep watching this channel, get your little booty on over to Instagram and Facebook, make sure you say hi, and stay tuned for more to come.